All right, I haven't done one of these in a while. Like I've done them, but I haven't uploaded them. I know I uploaded like one, but from like 2 weeks ago, but I haven't done it like uploaded a new one. So I wanted to do a backtesting series, a random pair, random day as usual. Looks like Friday is the winner, so we'll do Friday, and then we're gonna go to random pair. If I get gold, since it was Friday, if I get gold, I kind of already know what happens on gold on Friday, so I'm not gonna trade gold. If I get it, I'll just shuffle again and then reroll. We have a June 10th and NAS100. Okay, so NAS100. I don't think I traded that, but I traded US 30 a little bit. So hopefully that doesn't affect my abilities to understand what's happening. But I'm just going to start on the 15-minute. I don't really want to go up to the 4-hour right now like I normally do. And we'll get I got the backtest helper set up for the 10th already, which is awesome. So let's see what we got. I mean, we're bearish, man. Oh wait, this is like 10th. This is the 10th. Oops. Let me just flatten that out again. My fault. Okay, actually no. This is right. No. Okay, I'm see, I told you it's been a while. I got confused. Okay, so now we're on the 10th. Dropped in at time. So we're sitting kind of in the middle here. You know, we have all this that we could retrace and fill in the missing price there, so I'd assume that we'd continue lower at least till down, maybe down here. Just mark out this whole zone for now. And I would probably say that's like a 4-hour zone or a daily zone or something, so I'll mark that out. Probably a daily. Look at this 4 days of price action. I mean, it'd probably be better to then mark out this inner one here, because this would be more likely to be a 4-hour zone. Let me do that. Let's do that instead, because if I look, this is from the start of New York a little bit down to the, yeah, it's about 4 hours, about 3 to 4 hours. So that's fine. We'll mark that out. We assume that price comes down to here. We had this massive bearish downtrend. We'll mark this out too as an area where we could retest into. But we let's not be let's not be silly now. We already know that this thing has been dropping for well, a while. So, you know, let's assume that we're just gonna not come up here and drop. However, that being said, we can mark our ranges. We can say the 15-minute range is from here to here. We're sitting in an area of demand. What we need to do is we need to push a little bit higher and then plummet down to earth, right? So what we want to do is just, we know we have all these lines here already, but I just want to mark out the lowest point. I don't want to mark this out as the area of demand, so it'll affect my ability to then see sells. Mainly because I'll be like, oh, it's gonna bounce from here, and you know, with ranges, it could bounce from up here. I don't really know, but it could be dropping right now. But anyways, this is the 415 candle, and that was 15 minutes, so we just expect another bearish push. Okay, on the 1 minute, we're really playing from this low to that high up there. But no, actually this is a bearish. We're actually playing from this high to this low, so we're in a bearish range. We never broke anything, so I'd probably then take this high down to here, and we would be tapping right into the you know, discount pricing. If anything above 50%, this is good. So we're just pushing down now, expecting to run this low here and this low here. Okay, and anything under that, I mean, we just expect a liquidity grab from where we're at right now. It's all down there, and we you know, we can rally massively on news or whatever. I think there was CPI, but right now, I'm bearish, man. I'm bearish, man. I guess the other thing is, if I'm that bearish, I kind of want to, I actually do want to mark out this area demand, I mean supply, just in case. Let's go. We're going to use the 15-minute. I mean, we could do the 5-minute too. Let's take a look at 5-minute. It looks very choppy, but even on the 5-minute, you can see like we want to run the lows. Like, look at this. Okay, why is this sitting here if it's not going to be run? Huh? I don't know. So let's see what happens. So it's 4:28. Just choppy right now, but we're gonna try it out. We're gonna get it going, and we'll see what happens. So already my bias is incorrect. That's all. We're off to a good start. We grab the liquidity here, but we're still pushing up. I don't want to enter on this just yet for those reasons. So we do fill in some missing price right here. I don't see any other missing price, maybe this tiny bit here. But what we can do is we can drop down to the 15-second and see what's happening, right? Because I just want to see, like, can we get a double top here? What are we doing? So we just broke the low. The missing price was swole. It's pretty swole. So we'll keep going. We'll see what happens. If we get like another rejection candle here, I might enter. Yeah, I'm going to enter this mainly because we filled in this missing price. We pushed down and we, you know, we then tapped into it, made a left shoulder head and right shoulder. So I'm going to push down. Much to my chagrin, I feel like if it's going to be up here, it's got to go and at least fill in some, like, basically come and tap into the zone of supply. But we are going to do this anyways and see what happens. I would say in this case, it might be better to believe the market that it wants to go up, and then which case you could be looking for buys, you know, from here somewhere. Basically where we're at, you would just be looking for a buy to then take it to the top. But let's see what happens. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a -1, sir. And that's okay. We always lose the first trade on this series, huh? Yeah, this is wet and wild. Not gonna lie to you. I should have expected there to be, like, I know there's a zone in here that we could have used, like this one here. I should have expected that, but I completely forgot about it after we looked at it. So that's what's up. I'm gonna wait for a few minutes, because we do got news in 15. And while this looks beautiful, I think we actually get a beautiful sell here. I'll take another sell. Well, I don't know. Let's not gamble the news, huh? Aha! Thankfully, we didn't gamble the news. We just tapped into our zone of supply, though. We just tapped into the zone of supply. But we still haven't hit that news candle yet. I mean, I kind of have to take it. Because we tapped into that zone of supply. And we made a massive rejection candle. Well, actually, let me wait for what. Yeah, no, I would take this in real life. Let's be real. Let's be real with ourselves. You know, if we need to take the L, we need to take the L, but we would take the L in real life too. So we're going to actually expect a run of these lows, just because we're in our 15-minute zone that I can't look at for 2 more candles. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I took that sell because we were in one of our 15-minute zones. The only thing I don't like is that we are building these areas of demand as we move up, and whatever move we just did here just wicked into that last area of demand. So we need because we're in this trade like this, we need this candle to just run through all that. And that's ambitious. That's ambitious. But I wanted to enter it because we had a nice rejection candle off our 15 minutes on supply. If we get 1-to-1, I'll break even. Let's see what happens. Oh my gosh. My God. Yeah. So on Friday, I was trading gold, and like it massively rallied, but it didn't do it like this. It did it like super slow. Let me pull up a gold chart because I want to see. Like, I did not expect that. That was crazy. I wish I marked out a lower zone. But see, this is what gold did during that time, and I entered a buy off the top of this here, and then I sold down to here. I'll slowly, like, it didn't do anything. Like, this thing just scrunched up on my candles, man. Like, bro, that's that's wild. That's wild, bro. All right, what if we dreamed big, what could this be? Oh man. Anyways, let's keep going. Let's keep it moving. Let's not, let's not dwell on what could have been. Let's draw a range. We're now in for sure a bearish range. I don't need to look at 15-minute chart or anything for that. Let's wait for price to come back above the 50%. Oh, it is coming back down to our orange though. Okay, so what I think is going to happen, because I'm amazing, is I really think we're going to reject from here. if we bounce from our, like, where we're at, pretty much. So let's see what happens. Okay, if I get a rejection candle from in here, I'm gonna enter. I'll enter twice or 3 times from here, because I don't think I'm wrong most of the time here. What I kind of want to do is I kind of put my stop loss here though, like safe. 65 pips. Okay, well, I mean, it's down into the low of the zone. I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna do it like this. It's just that 65 is nuts. It's a little nuts. I'll put it above this red candle here, and we'll just take we'll take 1 to 3 right into the top, like right into the center of the zone here. I'm worried about wicks still, but see what happens. Okay, we're about 1-to-1. I'm gonna we didn't break the low. I'm about 1-to-1. I'm gonna break even this. So, oops, what was that about? So this is where my stop loss would be, right at break even. Okay, nice. We broke the low. We're pushing back up a little bit. I don't like it, but that's okay. Let's see what happens. I almost want to, like, this makes me want to buy, honestly. This is crazy. My brain is stupid. Where's the bullish pressure in this chart, huh? Oh, come on, baby. Give me some. Come on. Give me a little bit. There we go. Okay, cool. So we got our 1 to 3 there. That's dope. And let's do a +3. And where could this go now? Well, we have to wait till the next 15-minute candle to see that, but I still think we can get a nice bounce out of here. Like somewhere in here, because that was our 4-hour zone that we were talking about. And we're moving pretty well, but I want to believe the market when it's doing this. So right now, I'm going to say that if we're going from this high down to this low, we just bounced off of our 50% there. Let's see what happens from this high to this low. This is really aggressive though, and I think we can give 1 back if we do this. Okay, let's see if we get a rejection candle. That's not a rejection. That's kind of okay. I don't like that this took 2 candles to do this, but I'm gonna enter this anyways. I still think that we actually run higher when I see these patterns, but I'm still training my eyes to kind of see what the 2-part engulfing type of thing means. So let's run lower. Let's just believe the market that it wants to continue to go down, because we already have so much bearish pressure from the news there. We're kind of reeling into it. We're 645 right now. So let's see what's going on. Okay, let's keep going. We're so now I'm gonna break even. I'm gonna move my stop loss here. I'm gonna move this out of the. Well, actually, I'll keep it here till we're out of it. You know, if we get out of it, so we could turn around in here. Let's go auto. We're almost at the end, and we get another 1 to 3. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Maybe I should trade NASDAQ. Gold seemed much more difficult. So let's keep going. What I want to do is get to the next 15-minute candle and then check out what's going on the way left over there to see what we can do about this. So let's go to the 15-minute. Delete the zone because we broke through it. And now price is over here. So if price is over here, I do see some missing price down here. And you know what? We've got all these wicks that we can run. So I'm going to mark out some swing lows. This is actually an area that I'd like to identify as the area of demand because there's a lot of orders sitting there. So if we do bounce, it might be from here. Otherwise, when we run lower, we've got this area of liquidity and this point of liquidity here. And of course, we have a little bit lower, but I don't want to get too crazy with the wicks. So I'm just going to wait for this zone to be tapped if we get that low. And that's all I see right now in our current move right now. So let's keep it popping. Let's keep it moving. Now, actually, let me go back to the 15-minute and point something out. If we're looking at this whole thing as a range from here, so we could be from here to here right now on the 15-minute. But on the lower time frame, you know, we have other things that we can play off of. But if we mark this out and go to the 5-minute here, that means that we could potentially play. We could potentially play pretty much over the zone here. That's what I'd be looking for. I'll mark it green just for fun. We want a whole rainbow on our chart. That's what we do. So now we go back here, and then, well, we got to see what's going on. So we're in that zone on our 15-minute, and see if we get some kind of supports or something that takes us back up to this 50%. We do not find anything. I don't want to enter based off of one engulfing. Sometimes I feel I should. If we get an engulfing here, I might enter without breaking the low. So I'll enter here, but I'm going to put my stop loss under the head of this head and shoulders. So right here, or inverted head and shoulders, or quasi. And we'll just take it back up to that zone. Now this is risky because it's very counter trend. We just had the news, so we don't actually know what's going to happen. We never know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's so risky. That's all I'm saying. Okay, we started consolidating as soon as we entered. We don't like to see this. Where would 1-to-1 be? It would be right here. So we would have just hit it. We just re-tap back into our zone. So now I want to put my stop loss at break even, which should be here. Let's make this into a stop loss. And let's keep going. And so we're break even on the trade. We didn't really get much traction on that, but it was good that he broke even early because it's just too uncertain. Once this starts consolidating here, you know, we could be forming some Wyckoff against us or something that we just don't like to see. And of course, we would have hit our stop loss, and that'd have been sad. No, I'd been really sad with that. So we keep pushing down. We broke out of this area here. Wait, this is no longer a stop loss. We can tighten this up because we lost that, or we broke even that, and now we just keep moving downward. So most of the time, it's better to just believe the market and what it's going to do rather than trying to catch a reversal for those exact reasons. But we broke even quickly, so we minimized our loss. And of course, you know, price goes lower, finds a little bit of support. But let's see what happens. Maybe we can take an aggressive trade here. So from here to here, this would be around our 50% area. If I drop down to a lower time frame, let's see if we have an area of supply. Kinda. It's not pretty. It's there, but you know, see what happens. We can take the trade based off of this 15-second candles right here. These 50-second candles here. And we'll just do this. Understanding that we could be finding our bottom here. So see what's going on. You know, 1-to-1, I'll break even. So now I'm going to break even the trade. I know I didn't draw it out, but I'm sure we're 1-to-1. Let's see. Yeah, see, 1-to-1 was up here, so that's fine. We're going to go over and hit that stop loss one time. I'm going to keep going. And another 1-to-3. What do you know? Let's see. You know, besides the first trade, this has been okay. So I'll keep going. All right. So looks like we bounced up a little bit, and we're still pushing down. Because I'm assuming we still attack that wick, right? Like, we attack that wick, we'll be good to go. Okay, we're consolidating above the wick. So that's weird. Let me remove these other lines because I'm starting to get a little confused. But now, if we're playing off of this low, we're going to find our area of supply right here. Let me remove this too, because it's not relevant right now. We'll wait till we get to the next 15-minute candle. We didn't quite touch our zone of supply, unfortunately. We did push lower, but with a wick. Normally I would want to enter a double bottom here, but I think it's kind of risky. And that double bottom would probably take us up to this high right here. Just because this is like the extreme of price right now. Like of this like actual current area. Of course, if that gets broken, we'll go up here because this has not been tested either. So let's keep going. All right, so we are not yet back at our zone of supply. As we creep upward, I will start looking to drop down. So now we're in there. Let's see what happens. If we get a wick like that, I might enter. Nope. So that to me might be invalidated. However, this is the extreme of this 15-second area. So maybe we could do this, but I wasn't feeling it. I still am not feeling it. Maybe I should have felt it. Disturbance in the force, etc., etc. It's giving me more times to feel it. But yeah, so that's just too bullish for me right now. Let's fix these candles. Okay, so I still want to see what happens in here. It looks like we're kind of stalling a lot, but honestly, like this right here would be what I'd want to see for a sell right now. You remove this because that's not relevant anymore. I missed the chance to look at the 15-minute candle. I'm going to drop down to the 15-second again and see if we can get a trade. Okay, I like this momentum. We have a lot of wicks to the top side. We stalled in our zone of supply. So I'm going to take this trade and we'll just sell 1-to-3. And we'll break even at 1-to-1 just in case we're wrong here. And we didn't really get a 1-to-1, but we did pop out at the top. So there we go. We took a loss there. And that's okay. We just keep moving on with life. Everything's happy. You know, we got a lot of profit so far already. We should have waited for possibly this bias, but here's the liquidity grab move. Right now, we just ran the high of this overall area, so we have to react a little bit. Let me scrunch this up. If we wanted to be risky, we could probably take a buy here. I mean, like, literally a buy up until this point of price. But let's go to the 1 minute and, like, not get caught up in the weeds. Because I really only want to take a sell from here. If I want to be risky, like I said, I could take a buy from this candle. up to the top. But now you see why it would have been risky. So the liquidity grab move was the one that we're playing off of here, like we were saying, but we just didn't know. Now, one thing I want to note is that we can actually use this low to this high for another buy. And then we'll mark out this area of demand right here. I'll take this last down move. Now we could take this one too, but there was another up move before that. So I'm going to take this down move here, and we'll just mark this, I don't know, blue because it's fun. And maybe if we took this up move, this one, we would have caught some kind of trade here, but that's okay. Got a nice little V shape. If we break above the high, then we can enter. Otherwise, I want to wait for it to come lower. That's a double bottom. We didn't break below this wick with a body of the candle, but I'm not going to enter yet. So now we finally tapped into our zone. We made a nice little quasi. This is where I'd like to enter and potentially catch a loss. Remember, we're still in a bearish market, right? So this could be the time where we actually are gonna get faked out and, you know, find things like our mind is gonna try to find reasons to be a hero, and that's okay. It happens, right? And so here's the hero trade that we just lost. That's okay. And so now I'll go back up to the 1 minute and we'll see what's going on. Try to see this with a clear mind. We do have one more area that we could take a trade from before I'd be like, oh yeah, we're selling. But remember, we're still in that, so we forgot to look at the 15 minute. So if I actually did go back in candles, let's look at the 15 minute and see what move we're playing off of. Look at this. We're just playing off of this area of supply on the 15 minute, right? We're just stuck under it. We're consolidating. That's why it gets confusing. You don't want to trade consolidation unless you're like prepared to take a few losses, right? Because it just gets messy. Now this on the 1 minute, I'm actually going to duplicate this trade at the risk of confusing anyone that watches this, and do this, and then I'm going to actually drag the stop loss under here, and then we'll just take it to the top. But I don't think there's going to be much volatility in the market right now. It would be like technically lunchtime for New York traders, so we might just get taken out here. Okay, cool. So this is, I think this is 1-to-1, just about. So I'm going to actually break even here. A nice little pop there. Still need to tap back into it. That's the only thing I don't like about 1-to-1 here, but I don't want it to like completely run the trade like this and then keep going. So we're gonna break even this. I bet it keeps going my way now though, just because I was doing all that. Let's see. It's very choppy. I don't like this. Normally I'd enter for a second trade here, but this is obviously a little silly. So we would have been right, I guess, if we had just not did a break even here, but that's okay. Good to see. Oh, we would have almost been right. So here's something, we did fail to break the high. Well, we broke it with a wick, which is not a very strong break. So here's another area where we could get confused on. We could take an aggressive entry from this, understanding this is a bullish candle. And if you go from this low to this high, we are under that 50% area. We have, you know, an area of demand here that we could be playing off of, but I'm not going to take that trade. There's so many trades on this chart right now that look good to me, but I don't want to give back the profits we made. You know, we're 10, 13, 16 minus 3, so we're 13 R right now. However, like, I do see that this could possibly fit my strategy. So if we get a pullback into here and then another engulfing, like basically if I turn off this nonsense right now, and then I draw my zone of demand here, right? Well, we did leave all these wicks behind, and I think we do run lower because we failed to break this high with any strength. I do see a case that can be made for this being an engulfing, and we just pop back up to the top. Like that. So that's a bit too high for me to enter. A risky entry for me would be to enter here and then just, you know, take it up, but that's not where we're at today. Our mindset ain't there yet. This looks good though. Now this I'd like to enter. We're showing bullish momentum coming back into the market. This is so choppy though. I really hate this large stop loss, but I'm going to actually take it up to this zone of supply and see if we can get this going. And of course, you know, we bounced down immediately. So this is where, you know, we start giving back money. And we don't want to do this, right? Like, this is the type of stuff I was saying, just like we should be avoiding trades here. This is all sorts of confusion and sadness. Like, we don't want to enter like this. I think there might have been one back test where I like saw this and I was like, nah, this is not for me. And so I honestly think that since we're about to be at 11, unfortunately, I have to end this on 3 losses and a break even, which kind of sucks. Because usually I like to end on a win and go away a champion. But as you can see, I could have been taking like entries through here all day, but really we actually ran our zone and then made equal lows here. So I'd assume we then just keep running higher until we get to a 15-minute zone, and then we drop and run all this liquidity. But it was also a Friday, so that might not play out. But let's see what happens. So here's our 15-minute zone. We run it, and do we drop lower? I'm pretty sure we do. See, I'm just not even seeing the market right then if we don't do that. Let's go to 15-minute. Oh, forgot about this guy. Did you guys? Okay, so we tried to run lower and we didn't quite get it. So I was completely wrong about my assumptions. I wasn't vibing, especially because we were all up in this chop. So unfortunately, I have to end this on 3 losses and a break even, and I don't think I would have been able to even see these in here. It just got way too choppy and confusing. I think I kind of lost the story that Bryce was trying to tell me. But let's count it up. Let's see what we got. So I'm going to count the positives first. It's +4, +3, 7, +3, 10, +3, 13, -1, -1, -1. That's 10. Break even, doesn't matter. And 9. So it's 9R on the NASDAQ on June 10th. And, you know, thank you for watching, and I hope you're doing great wherever you are.